Hey there YouTube, welcome back to another video. If you remember back in my last one when I showed you these two figures on my painting desk, I said that when I finished them I wasn't sure if I was going to do another video on them. I decided to, why not? So I basically finished them today. It didn't take me very long. It probably took me well, I suppose if you count a 6-hour painting session, I probably would have finished these guys in probably sort of maybe a painting session and a half. They didn't take very long. They weren't particularly difficult to paint. I did do a little bit of research on the Viveandiere, just to make sure that I didn't make any sort of uniform mistakes on her. Let me first thing I was going to do was just show you. Because if you remember, I said that you had like a choice of heads and a choice of arms for this particular figure. So I thought I'd just quickly show you those. So this is the alternate arm, the alternate head, and so you can see this is kind of like a sort of a grimacing head or a shouting head, and also she's got quite short hair in comparison to the head that I chose, and her arm is kind of holding a basket and a cup, or well, sort of a metal flask, I guess. You can see a bit of a nub there. As usual, most Warlord stuff comes covered in nubs. But yeah, that's basically the spare arm and the spare head. I just thought I'd show you them. In case you decide to get this figure yourself. Yeah, so first up I'll show you the donkey. I decided to go with a pretty basic stand for these guys. Just sort of like a muddy road, and it's got like off to the side of the road there's like a horse, somewhere to tie your horse off. So I decided to just mount the donkey on that. I decided to do them separately as well, so like this donkey could be used as some sort of objective, or maybe some like vital supplies that have been left behind. You can use it for all sorts of stuff, but yeah, I decided to base them separately. So as you can see, it wasn't a particularly difficult model to paint, but I've never been like a massive fan of donkeys. I don't really know why, but they've just never appealed to me really. But this was quite a nice little model to paint. I decided to go for the classic grey and white donkey with the black mane and the black tail, and you can see that he's packed up with gear. So you've got like some various sacks, another barrel of brandy, a bunch of flowers, a leather satchel, some more sort of a sack. So perhaps that's like a sack of flour or a sack of grain. Who knows what's in this basket here? It could be like food. It could be perhaps it's like salted pork or salted fish. And then we've got some sort of bag that looks kind of a bit like it's full of fruit. So maybe it's full of apples. Yeah, really nice detailed cargo on the back of the donkey. So that's the donkey. I think it's quite a nice little model. And now the Viveandiere herself. So here she is. You can see that she's that they sort of wear sort of blue, the same sort of French blue dress as French troops do, with like a sort of a white underdress and sort of white stockings, or I suppose it probably would be stockings. And she's got quite a nice uniform, and she's got her barrel of whiskey or brandy probably, and she's got a pistol there. And just try and bring you closer on the head. I preferred this head to the other one. I think it's a little bit more feminine myself. It's got a little bit longer hair. And yeah, that's Viveandiere. I got her like running on her own on a sort of a character style base. Obviously, there's no real rules for using her, but I think she's quite a really nice figure, and I really always want to get one. And I think Warlord was really the only company to do one on its own. I think Perry's have one in their supply wagon, actually sitting in it. I'm not sure of any other companies that do them, but yeah, great figure, great little pack. Not too bad for £5. Yeah, recommend it. So till next time. Oh, just before I go, I'm just going to swing my camera around. I have actually been preparing my Calpe French. If we go into my little my odds and sods shelf here, you can see that they're all on their tops, all undercoated, and all waiting to start painting. I had to actually order some new stands for them, because I've kind of run out of infantry stands. And the other thing, of course, that I noticed that I'd run out of was artillery stands as well. So that's going to hold me up from doing my horse artillery, because I was thinking about doing them next, but I decided to go ahead and do the Calpe battalion, because assuming there's probably about 95% of them in greatcoats, they shouldn't take quite as long to do as the uncoated. But of course, in the spirit of mixing troops in, I decided to mix in a few frontline ungreatcoated figures in. I think there's only two, possibly three. No, I think there's two. So there's this guy here, and there's another one over there. But other than that, they're all Calpe. Great figures. I was having a really close look at them today when I was undercoating them and put them onto their bases. They're really nice, characterful sculpts. I converted this guy here into a sergeant by simply putting a sobriquet on him. It's quite an easy way to convert a sergeant, because really the only difference between a sergeant and a normal trooper was the fact that he did wear a sobriquet. And plus he's in quite a sort of NCO-y position as well. I quite like that position. So I think it'll make a nice sergeant. I think Calpe actually do a packet of NCOs, but I believe they're a separate pack, and I kind of forgot to order them. I couldn't be bothered to order them and wait. So I'll have these guys starting fairly soon. I'll probably take a couple of days break, and then I'll probably start them. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed it, and catch you all later. Oh, big thanks to a few more subscribers, and of course I've been watching all your guys' videos, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.